Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Damon Campbell with HotNewHipHop.com here at St. Andrews in Detroit with some very special guests. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Jameel Bruner, a.k.a. Kentaro.
I'm Sid.
I am Patrick Paige, son of Zeus.
I'm Christopher Smith.
It's your boy Matt Martian.
And shout out to Steve as well, who's unable to be with
Steve
us.
Lacy. Yeah. our ghost member who's sitting over there.
Is he just back at school
Yeah,
right
he's
now?
at school. He's a youngin'.
Yeah. Well, it's great to meet you guys. Definitely appreciate your time. Now to sort of catch certain people up to speed here for a moment that may not necessarily be all that familiar, you've spent the past few years really establishing your own musical identity after Matt and Sid played pretty pivotal roles, I would say, in the emergence of Odd Future. But Sid, does Mr. Bruner get any credit at all by chance for what's ultimately come of all this?
Mr. Bruni. Me and Chris were students of Mr. Bruni.
Oh, okay.
That's cool that you know that.
Yeah.
That's very special. Shout out Mr. Bruni. We love you, dude. He's a really important figure in the development of our engineering brains. Yes.
And hadn't he actually helped you with the setting up of your first studio?
I went to him for all the advice. So when I was setting up my first studio at home, I was always, after class, hey, so what's the difference between an interface and a preamp? Stuff like that. And he would tell me. And we saw him. He came to a show a while back.
Oh, wow.
A year ago. And
That's awesome.
It was really cool.
So you're keeping him in the loop?
Try to.
Yeah. And it was originally your neighbor Tyrone who you had started out recording?
Yeah, my next door neighbor, Ty. He's like my brother.
Yeah.
And he's at the house right now actually. He just finished his first album.
Wow.
At the studio at the house, so
that's awesome.
That should be dropping soon.
Because prior to that, you guys were in a rap group together or something like that?
We were. We were 6 years old.
Do you remember the name of it at all by chance?
No, I honestly don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if we had one.
Yeah.
We mostly rapped about basketball.
Oh, did you?
And money.
That's what's up. And even Tyler nowadays is kind of more so pushing the golf wing and whatnot. But did you ever get Taco back for the incident with the golf club when you guys were younger?
No, I can't hit him with a golf club. That'd be rude. Even though he hit me first.
What was it that pissed him off bad enough to do that?
It was honestly an accident. It was honestly
okay.
We were kids and we went mini golfing at this place outside of LA called Milligan's. I think it was Milligan's. Mulligan's, yeah.
Okay.
And we had just came back from mini golf, and we had a random mini golf set in my backyard.
Wow.
And so me, him, and these other kids that were with us just was let's keep playing, and we started playing in my backyard. But we was really trying to swing.
Yeah.
And he swung without looking, and I was right behind him.
Yeah. You're okay now though? No strokes or any lasting effects?
But it's okay.
Yeah. Well, good to hear. And if I'm not mistaken, Matt, you had actually at least considered the possibility of pursuing pro golf at one point. I know.
Oh yeah, when I was in ninth grade, I was really serious about golf.
Wow.
For 2 years, I got really good, but my putting sucked. So
yeah.
If you can't putt, it's I wasn't trash, but if you're not excellent at putting, you're not being a golfer. But
right.
Yeah, definitely it was 7th, 8th, 9th grade. I definitely took it serious to where it was something I was doing every weekend whenever I had free time. That's weird. Nobody knows about that. They don't even know about that.
And
yeah.
And you and Sid both were pretty exceptional basketball players growing up.
I was man, dropping 20 a game, something like that, man.
Well,
knocking on some folks.
Because Sid, as I understand, had made JV freshman year, but opted not to follow through with it. Whereas you, at one point, actually, Matt.
How do you know all this, first of all?
I just try to come prepared.
It's hardwire times.
Thank
2.
you. Yeah. But Matt, you had actually been ranked like 36 in the state of Georgia at one point.
Yeah, at one point when I was in like, I think like 11th grade, I had got ranked. Because we play summer league basketball. Summer league basketball, that's when you get ranked.
Yeah.
You don't really get ranked from playing with your school. So I started playing summer league and just, I was straight, man. I was, had a little jumper.
Yeah.
Still got it,
It was with Coach Phillips, though, unfortunately.
He said what?
It was with Coach Phillips, though,
No,
unfortunately.
Coach Phillips is it's funny. Coach Phillips is my high school coach, man. That's the guy that, thankfully, like I said, it is a blessing in disguise. He showed me how much I, really, like I loved basketball. I love playing basketball, but it was never my way out.
Yeah.
And like when somebody comes to you and make it seem like they holding you back from it being your way, I was like, bro, like I'm straight without it. Like don't even try me. Like I'm straight. So.
Totally. And back to the summer league, were you really on an AAU team with Lil Zane at one point?
Bro, whoa, you killed me, bro. Wow. Okay. It's funny because they don't even know this stuff, bro. I don't want to say how you know this stuff. Lil Zane was I was on Lil Zane's AAU team when I was in like 9th grade.
Wow.
No. But this is when he was popping, and we had mad kicks. We had the freshest bro. We was like the hip hop team, and we had like the best players, bro.
Dang.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. They're gonna bar me for it. Yeah.
Well, and that's crazy.
Wow.
And
wow.
So you, of all people, seem to be, quite cognizant of teamwork making the dream work, especially since you had also started the Jet Age of Tomorrow in Super 3.
Yeah.
But did you manage to get any pointers or tips at all from Dylon about how to make a band?
Oh wow! How do you know, bro? I know, bro. How do you know this? I seen Dylon at the mall one time, and it was just crazy because it was like right around when the Dave Chappelle skits had started happening, and I seen him at like the Foot Locker, and I was like, "Yo, you mad short?" Like that's all I remember. I ain't got nothing else to say about him, but
That's all you remember from the
I
encounter?
ain't finna get no. I don't know what people working with these days.
Yeah. And and Chris and Patrick's first time crossing paths was at the Zook Fest, I believe.
Whoa. Hey, bro, who are you? That was crazy. Yeah, that was the first time we met. And I went with her. And our friend Justin Brown. He does a lot of photography for us. And my very first impression of Chris, as soon as I was like, "Hey, bro, you killed it tonight." The only thing he did, he put his head on, and then walked away. I didn't know that. That was crazy.
Like, what was the Zook Fest by chance? Like,
Yeah, I think you probably explained better. It was turned though.
All right, so Zuckfest was I was a year late to this, but it's a homie of one of my good friends back in high school, Elvis. He used to be we used to be in the same band together called Somewhere Else.
okay.
And Zuck would throw a party at towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
And it was always at this one. I believe it was always at this one house, but this year I guess it was at this house. And whoever house it was, their parents go away at the same time of the year. And they just throw this house party where all the acts and local acts from at the school, around the school, come and perform.
Yeah.
And at the time of that year, in those years, I was in the band Somewhere Else, so we were headlining. So
Yeah.
and we go. And I was completely hammered that night. I had a whole bottle of Malibu to myself. It was terrible.
So it sounds like it was a good time
But
then.
it was a great
Yeah.
night. We had so much fun. I made it through the whole set. Yo, you know, hey man, I wasn't tripping, but I met Patrick that night. So it was like, yo, that's my good friend. I was like,
Yeah.
I was hammered at the time. I couldn't really speak. So, yeah. But that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. You know that, bro. I was drunk and I was trying to go tend to some young ladies, you know.
Yeah.
Man, you know?
Shout out to Zuck.
Hey, shout out to Zuck, bro. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Bro.
And Patrick and Sid, along with former member Tay Walker, you used to call yourselves the Imaginary Friends.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's just like, we used to jam out like shit, man.
We used to, because in my guest house studio, I had the studio room that had the booth, and then it was like a living room where I had a drum set and a bass and like a keyboard or whatever, and we just used to play like Lupe covers.
Yeah, we had this sick ass cover of Paris Tokyo.
Yeah, we used to play Paris Tokyo like for hours.
Yeah. I taught myself that song. I was like obsessed with that
I was
song.
on the drums.
We should, and I taught myself the song on the keys, and we used to like we had this sick ass flip to it. We should low key bring that to the set. Low key, that'd be tight.
Truth be told, though, is Jamil a real friend, or cause did his brother be in Thundercat have anything to do with his selection, or was it under his own merit?
No.
So what it was that the whole how Jamil came about was when we knew that Taylor was like it was time for him to be his own artist.
Yeah.
And what it was is that, you know, I'm always like just brainstorming about things, because being in a former band and stuff, and like having friends from the church and stuff who go off to be in bands that travel with different artists and stuff.
Right.
You always have this mindset of like, who can I call, or who would be good for this situation or something like that. And I was like, I can't call somebody who's looking at this situation as a gig, but something to grow with.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I wanted it to be somebody who's gonna help grow the situation and honestly help MD, because we needed that. And I was like, who would be good for that? Who's young and who got the energy, and who
Right.
can deal with being with us? And I was like, this motherfucker Jamil is gonna be that dude. And I was like, I remember I had told Steven, his brother, and he was like, yeah, nigga. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be cool. I was like, yeah, we gonna get little Jamil up in this.
Yeah.
motherfucker. And man, it's a blessing that he's here. I
For
love
sure.
this nigga. Amen.
He's like, I'll say this, like, he's, not to get sentimental, but he's like a really huge part of this band. Like, we would not be here without him at all. Nah, period. But nah, like I'll say this: when he first came around, I ain't like him because he was so much more turned, bro. I'm not even gonna put him out, bro. Bro was turned. He was fresh out of high school. Nah, he is, but he knows when to turn down. Like he's like, I need to chill. He be like, but nah, when he first was out of high school, bro was turned. So I feel him though, man. Like he's a real talent, man.
And I was gonna say you're certainly qualified because like you were part of the American Guild of Musical Artists.
Oh, yeah. I honestly don't remember anything. So I'm going to just, like, act like, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, the American, what exactly is that again?
I was gonna ask you like how prestigious that is. It sounds pretty prestigious.
Yeah.
Flexed up.
What is what did you call it again? American Guild?
Of musical artists.
Why did I not remember that?
I mean, it involved like actors and like dancers.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I did a lot of like acting and stuff when I was a kid, like in operas and stuff and ballets, because I was like connected to like Lil Washington, who put me on like certain like opera gigs or whatever. So yeah, and then the music part, I honestly don't know what we're talking about right now, but yeah, I was a part of that shit.
Okay. Fair enough. And your eldest brother, Ronald Jr., along with Thundercat, or perhaps Steven, I would imagine you probably refer to him as, they were part of a band called Suicidal Tendencies, which has 5 current members, but also what seems to be a pretty unprecedented 27 past members. So was like their name a foreshadowing at all, do you think, or did they just branch off like your brothers?
That's a very interesting question. I mean, at the end of the day, man, what music is about is growing and putting and opportunities, honestly. Because like if like a lot of like how jazz artists approach music, it's like Stanley Clarke. My brother he played drums with Stanley Clarke for years, but like at the same time, Stanley Clarke and George Duke and all those cats were like playing with the cats from back then, and like as new talent flows, and so it's like almost like the same thing with Suicidal, where it's like they were the new talent. They had the opportunity, and my brother was playing drums with them before my other brother's playing bass with them. Yep. So my brother put him on, and that went on for like 15 years. And then, slowly Thundercat was arising, and Ronald Bruner was turning into even greater Ronald Bruner, level 3 Ronald Bruner. So, it's all just progression, man, honestly. I don't think it was like a hostility. Honestly, like he auditioned for Patrick auditioned for Suicidal Tendencies because they were auditioning, new players, they're like really like so I won't say Suicidal Tendencies is a foreshadowing of everybody's career, but I definitely do agree with their strategy. Because
that's definitely not normal, right? Like it's not just me like to have that many past members.
Yeah, I don't think 20 members in a band is
The reunion tour be
right. Like yeah, it's kind of
be the venue.
And speaking of, like life and existence, Matt, you may be an ATLian, but but with a name like Matt Martians, I can't help but bring up the fact that they just discovered liquid water on Mars. Especially since you had actually like gone on like an all water diet a little while back.
Oh no, yeah, that one it was all water like for like a few months before tour. Not now because we eating terribly, but before tour, yeah, I lost like a good bit of weight just from drinking straight water. Because I didn't. It was easy. It's easy when you're at home, like because I mean you just buy a gallon and that's all you drink, and it's kind of hard for me to go get food where I live, so I just get a gallon of water and just chug it. But now it sucks because we're on the road. But when I get off, like I'm definitely cleansing. I'm gonna do like I remember like the first tour me and Sid went on, the Odd Future tour. One of the tour managers, he did this like the last week of tour. He would do like an all soup diet just to like flush his whole body.
Wow.
I'm low key gonna consider doing that because that will really.
When I went vegan for 4 days, I mean, it was a $20 challenge, but I still did it. Still did it. I went vegan for 4, but that actually helped me, and it's so funny how it was at the end of the tour. That actually helped me, and I felt way better after the tour.
Crazy.
And I was like, that's when I was working out, and I was like drinking beer.
That's gone before you picked it up.
I'm back.
And you know what's crazy is my first attempt at interviewing you guys was actually back on the Space Migration tour with Mac Miller. Actually at the Toledo stop in particular, where I was gonna. That's what I was gonna say. But I was curious to know where you used to conduct your dog grooming at.
Yo. Okay, so I used to be a bather. Actually, I used to work with this really cool lady. Her name is Dee Dee.
Okay.
And actually a friend of mine, Chanel, she's the one who put me on.
No kidding.
Yeah, shout out Foofy, man. She cool as hell. She put me on that job, and it was. I love animals. I'm like really sensitive and love animals and teddy bears and shit.
So it's actually kind of like a passion of yours?
No, I had fun. Every day I went into work and like I fell in love with every dog and wanted to take them home. And when they came and got them, I was like, wait.
Yeah.
So, and that actually, to answer your question, was like Silver Lake, like in like the northeast corner of Los Angeles, just like in a weird spot. So that's where I was. Yeah, like up the street from my house. That's
what's
crazy.
up.
I had so much fun.
Is there anything else you'd like people to know about the internet?
We're really nice people. Until you fuck with us, and, we all about that. We with the shits, man. Not joking.
Okay.
We have his Prelude album coming out, EP. He's coming out with music.
Yeah, the music.
I'm gonna plug his music. Yeah. This guy is incredible. Like everybody's incredible beat making. Everybody has production on the album. Steve Lacy has his his project. Steve Lacy just dropped a song. Who's our guitar player named Don't You Know? He's coming out of EP in a few months. So we're all like working on individual music. Producing for people, just trying to get out there more. Got 2 bonus songs coming out. The vinyl comes out October 30th. With Oh yeah, on his birthday. We have also his birthday while we're on tour as well. So just we're out here, man.
Yeah, totally.
On Halo,
Well, thank you so much for your time, guys. It was great chatting with you. Best wishes with everything coming your way. Any final thoughts at all before we say goodbye?
Thank you, everybody that supports us. That's really all we can ask for. Like, really appreciate everybody that listens.
Cool. There you have it. Once again, I'm Damon Campbell, and this is The Internet. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Exactly.